Hey everyone, my name is Shawn and I am the worship pastor here at ROCKPOINT Church, and I am so excited to get to share today's devotional with you. Today we're going to be looking in Matthew chapter 4 at a story that is very familiar with most people who have been a part of church. So it might be familiar with you or it might be brand new. Either way, to give you a little bit of context into what is happening here, this is the beginning of Jesus' ministry. And in chapter 3 at the end, we see that Jesus is baptized by John the Baptist. And in this moment, there's a really cool thing that happens where the Spirit of God descends like a dove on Jesus. God the Father says, "This is my beloved Son in whom I'm well pleased." None of this has to do with the devotion, but it's a really cool picture of the Trinity, and I think it's really cool to mention. But coming right out of this baptism, Jesus is called away, led away by the Spirit into the wilderness. And that's where we're picking it up in chapter 4. It says, "Then Jesus was led up by the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted by the devil. After he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was hungry." And in some translations it says he was very hungry. So all of this is, I think, kind of an understatement, because 40 days and 40 nights without food, I can only imagine how hungry he was. And so in this moment it says, "Then the tempter approached him and said, 'If you are the Son of God, tell these stones to become bread.'" And so this is Jesus' answer. Now, I know if I was in that situation, hadn't eaten in 40 days, maybe there would be a pile of cheeseburgers there, or I might have made them into an acai bowl or something, because I would also be very hungry. But this is Jesus' response. And he answered, "It is written, man must not live on bread alone, but on every word that comes from the mouth of God." So there's something very profound in this statement that sometimes I think we can just kind of pass over. There's something I know about nutrition, and that is, if I'm hungry, I need to eat. And if I don't eat, my body gets tired, my body gets weak, I can't really function. And in fact, if we don't eat over a certain period of time, our body will shut down and die. And so Jesus is in this moment of great hunger and weakness when Satan comes and says, "Well, just turn these rocks into bread, so that you may live." But Jesus' response is straight from the scriptures, and he's quoting to him Deuteronomy chapter 8. And he says, "Man doesn't live on bread only, but by every word that proceeds out of the mouth of God." Jesus is declaring that we are not just physical beings who need physical nourishment, but we are spiritual beings who need to nourish our souls just as much as we need to nourish our bodies. And this is a hugely profound statement, and it's something I'm excited about and want to encourage you on, because you've taken the first step in these daily devotionals to feed and nourish your soul, because what it says we nourish it with is the Word of God. That's that food that nourishes and strengthens our soul and gives us life just as much as food gives life to our physical bodies. So my challenge to you is today, don't let this daily devotional be your meal, but let it be the appetizer as God takes you deeper and he fills you and nourishes your soul with the Word of God as you dive in. So I hope that that is a food for thought for you. I hope that you're able to take the Word of God, dig in, and see what happens when God nourishes your soul. Thank you for listening, and God bless you.